This is a tutorial how to set up a basic acoustic drum set, 5-piece, rock style. It's got a 14-inch snare. That's the throne, bass, snare stand, 2 cymbal stands straight, hi-hat, bass pedal, 2 L arms, 4 cymbals, crash ride, and 2 hi-hat, drumstick, drum key, the seat, the 22-inch bass, the 3 toms. So we're going to start with bass drum. We're going to put the legs down. They may need to be adjusted. These are ready to go. There's different styles. This is just one of many styles how to set them up. You want about an inch, inch and a half off the ground here by adjusting the legs however you do it. This particular bass pedal, what you do is you have these 2 wires, you pinch them together, put them in the holes. A lot of them have a flat base that's ready to go. You're going to loosen this up. This is going to go on the hoop in the back, and then you tighten it up. And you put your 2 tom arms on. These you want to be able to get access to, so they go to the outside. These are the stops. You can adjust those up or down. This is all adjusted, but you use a key. The key is a specialized key. It's 4-sided. Nothing else works. You got to have a drum key to adjust these. It's also got the stops here for the tom. Next, we're going to put, this is going to be set up for a right-handed drummer. So facing this drum, we're going to put the smaller drum, which is a 12-inch. We're going to put it on here, tighten it up, then tighten up the lock. Same with this. You're going to want to loosen this so that you can get it on. Then depending on, I like to play my drums fairly flat. Some people like to tip them more. They're infinitely adjustable. So you adjust them to whatever you want. If you want to make this a left-handed set, you just flip these 2. Then we're going to go on to the floor tom. With the 3 legs, we flip it upside down. There's all kinds of different hardware for this too. And typically this is going to be about 4 or 5 inches lower than this tom here, and a little bit lower than your snare drum, but it's all preference. It's however you want to set it up. I play mine flat. You can angle yours whatever you want. Now we take the snare stand, loosen this, 3 legs. Again, this is going to be flat. This adjusts up and down to tighten onto this. This is pretty much adjusted and ready to go. You don't want to put it where the snare is. You want to get it just a little bit off, so you might have to turn it a couple of times so it doesn't get on there. Once you got it in place, you tighten this up, and then you can adjust this up and down with this. Again, preference. This has an angle adjustment right here. You can loosen this and adjust the angle on the snare. Then we're going to do the throne. All kinds of different hardware setups for thrones. This typical one. This has holes in it, so you can adjust it up and down. There's all kinds of different ways to adjust this up. This is kind of the most universal way to set it up. However you set this up, you want to make sure that everything's tight on it, because if you sit on this and it suddenly goes down fast, you could be in for a shock. Or somebody else that's sitting on the drum set. Loosen these up, 3 legs go out. Then on these, your cymbal is going to go in between these 2 felts. There should be 2 felts and then a plastic sleeve that goes down here. So there's a plastic sleeve, you put one on. This should be down below so that the cymbal is on the plastic sleeve and not on these threads. If you get it on the threads or you don't have this sleeve, then you could possibly keyhole the cymbals. These are quiet cymbals, good for practice and good for beginners. That's why they have the holes in them. They're called low volume, but most people don't know what you're talking about when you say low volume, so I call them quiet cymbals. You can adjust these with an angle. The angle adjustments here, height adjustments up and down. And we got same thing on this. Push these 2 heavy-duty wires together. Get them in the holes. Loosen this. 3 legs go out. Set it on the ground. Push down. Push here and here to get this flat. And your adjustment here to go up and down. You have a stop there. You can adjust that. Normally your heavier hi-hat goes on the bottom. This one's got just a normal one, so you can flip these around. Then you've got 2 felts. It's going to go in between the 2. Sometimes you have another one of these up at the top that you can adjust up and down also. This one only has 1. You want this fairly tight, but again, it's a preference. Then you want this up about 1.5 inches. Again, preference. And then your key is good for these stops, doing any of the tension rods, adjustments on the heads, and anything. Bass pedals got these, but that's what that's for. And again, if you're left-handed, you could switch this all around. That's your setup.